Hello, Elizabeth here, and today I'm going to show you how I rhinestoned this pair of silver block heels. I just did the front strap and the heel of the shoe, and I used a larger size of rhinestone, so this was actually a fairly quick project, but it added the perfect amount of sparkle. I'm gonna walk you through everything step by step. I started with these silver heels I found at Winners. I think they were like 30 bucks. I actually really like them the way they are, but adding rhinestones is never a bad idea. For this project, I'm using E6000 glue, which is toxic and definitely a lot more dangerous to use than the gem tack I usually use in my rhinestone videos. The packaging explains that the fumes are harmful and can irritate skin, and that it should be used in a well-ventilated area. I chose this glue because it's extremely strong and highly recommended for shoes, but it does have a bit of a bad reputation in the rhinestone world for its toxicity, so just a heads up, you can use this at your own risk. I used just one size and color of rhinestone for this project, which are these crystal AB stones in the size SS16. I like to use a wax pencil that can be sharpened to pick up and place my rhinestones. There are links to the products I'm using in the description of this video. I started with the strap that goes across the toes. I find it easiest to spread the glue out with something like a toothpick or this plastic cuticle pusher stick, and I keep a paper towel on hand to wipe off the excess. For this project, I did a grid pattern, which means the rhinestones are placed side by side in straight lines. My SS16 stones fit really beautifully in 4 rows across the strap. But of course, the amount of stones you use will depend on the size of stone you're using and the areas you're filling on your shoes. After I had the strap covered, I moved on to the heel. This is a trickier shape to fill because the heel area gets a bit wider towards the middle of the back of the shoe. But I stuck with my grid pattern so the lines along the edges would be nice and crisp. I worked in vertical columns, and each column has the exact same number of stones, which for me is 11. As the heel gets wider toward the middle, I slowly left a little more space in between each stone. So the stones are super tightly packed on the straight edges on either side, and then they slowly get more spaced out towards the center. The E6000 glue dries pretty quickly, definitely much quicker than gem tack. So I would recommend working in small sections. It's not super forgiving, but if it hasn't been sitting for too long, you should still be able to pry off a stone if you need to rearrange something, and peel off any glue that has been laid on too thick. I would compare the texture to hot glue. You can pick and peel at it if you need to while you're working, but once it has dried for the full 24 to 48 hours, it is super strong. I have another video where I rhinestoned crocs with this glue, and I've worn them quite a bit and haven't lost any stones yet. They've also gotten wet, so it seems to be pretty waterproof as well. I worked almost all the way into the middle on the one side and then started from the outer edge of the other side. The innermost columns were on a bit of an angle, so to fill in this last space, I continued the rows horizontally and packed them in a bit more tightly. Then I did the same on the other shoe. Once you're finished, I'd recommend letting the glue sit for at least 24 hours before wearing. You can clean these just like a rhinestone tumbler. I have a video tutorial for that which shows you how to use dish soap and a nail brush to scrub in between the stones and get them nice and shiny. You can follow that same method for these shoes whenever they need a fresh bedazzling. I hope you found this tutorial helpful. If you enjoyed this video, please subscribe to my channel and leave a comment letting me know what you would like to see next. See you later!